Let's be real for a second. During times of economic uncertainty, every single dollar counts. When you're watching the cost of groceries and basic necessities just keep climbing and climbing, finding ways to stretch that budget isn't just smart, it's absolutely essential for your family's peace of mind. But hey, here's some really good news. Applying for CalFresh Online is an incredibly easy, totally stigma-free way to secure that financial stability. Millions of Californians are already using this program to put healthy food on the table, and getting access to this essential aid has literally never been more straightforward.
Welcome to this explainer. I am so excited you're tuning in, because today we are completely demystifying the process of applying for SNAP benefits in California. If you're a total beginner and you've never navigated the state's social services before, do not stress at all. We are going to break down this entire online application step by step, so you know exactly what to expect, what you need to have ready, and most importantly, how to get those benefits as quickly as possible.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll kick things off with an introduction to CalFresh benefits, talk about preparing to apply, navigate the online application itself, cover verification and next steps, learn how to manage your EBT benefits, and finally, go over some additional resources and support.
All right, Section 1, Introduction to CalFresh Benefits.
So, what exactly is CalFresh? Well, it's simply California's name for the federal program known as SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. You might know it by its old name, food stamps. Basically, if you're approved, the state gives you monthly funds dedicated specifically to buying food, and they load those funds onto what's called a Golden State Advantage EBT card. And the beauty of this EBT card? It works exactly like your regular bank debit card. You just swipe it at the grocery store, participating farmers markets, and even online at places like Amazon Fresh or Walmart. It's totally discreet, it's super simple, and it just folds right into your normal shopping routine.
So, I know the very first question that's probably popping into your head right now is, do I actually qualify for this? It's definitely the most common question we see, and honestly, so many people talk themselves right out of applying because they just assume they make too much money.
And this slide brilliantly illustrates why you shouldn't count yourself out. California actually uses a really generous threshold for this. They look at 200% of the federal poverty level for gross monthly income. So to put that into perspective, a single person can make up to $2,610 a month before taxes, and a household of 4 can make up to $5,360 a month. And here's the best part. California has basically eliminated the asset test for the vast majority of households. That means your savings account, your checking account, or even owning a second car, those generally do not disqualify you from getting CalFresh.
Moving right along to Section 2, Preparing to Apply.
All right, so when you apply, the state has to verify your situation. Think of your documents as falling into two buckets, mandatory and optional. The mandatory ones are the absolute must-haves for approval. We're talking a copy of your ID, proof of where you live, and proof of any income for the last 30 days, like your pay stubs. Oh, actually, you also need proof of immigration status if you're a non-citizen. But here is a huge pro tip for you. Providing the optional documents, things like your rent receipts, utility bills, dependent care costs, or even medical bills if you're over 60 or disabled, that can actually boost your monthly benefit amount. Seriously, the more eligible expenses you show them, the more food funds you might get. It's a real game changer.
Okay, Section 3. Let's get into navigating the online application on Benefits Cal.
The digital architecture of the Benefits Cal website is actually designed to be super user-friendly. Step 1 is simply creating a free account with your email or phone number. Now, you can apply as a guest, but creating an account is highly recommended. Why? Because it lets you save your progress, check your status later on, and get digital notices. Step 2, you'll select the CalFresh application. Step 3 is filling out all your household details, who lives with you, what you're earning, what you're spending. And finally, Step 4 is where you just upload photos or PDFs of those documents we were just talking about right into the system.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is it shows the common pitfalls that trip so many people up. Please watch out for these. First, people will fill the entire thing out, but then they forget to literally click the final submit button. If it's just saved, the clock doesn't start on your benefits. You have to hit submit. Second, if you've got multiple people in your household, double-check that you're attaching the right documents to the right person's file. And third, the counties are going to send you time-sensitive notices. If you aren't checking your spam folder, or if you didn't opt into those text alerts, you could easily miss a crucial update and delay your whole approval.
Which brings us to Section 4, Verification and Next Steps.
So you hit submit. What happens next? Well, here's your timeline. Day 1 is when you submit the application. Pretty shortly after that, a county worker is going to reach out for a mandatory eligibility interview, which is almost always just done over the phone. You absolutely have to do this interview to get your benefits. Now check this out. If your household has very low income and cash on hand, like say your income is less than your rent and utilities combined, you might actually qualify for expedited services. That means you could have emergency food benefits issued to you by day 3. For everybody else, the county has a strict standard deadline of 30 days to make their decision and issue your funds.
All right, moving to Section 5, managing your EBT benefits. So the crucial point here is that once you're approved, you are in absolute control of your account. You can securely manage your card, check your exact balance, and look at your whole transaction history online at the official California EBT cardholder website, which is ebtproject.ca.gov. But guys, here is an incredible perk you have got to look into: the CalFresh Market Match program. At participating farmers markets, this program literally matches what you spend in CalFresh dollars. It is essentially free money to buy fresh, nutritious, locally grown fruits and veggies. It's an amazing way to stretch your food budget while eating healthy.
Almost done. Section 6, additional resources and support.
Look, if you hit a roadblock online or you're just confused about your specific situation, you are not alone in this. You can always call the official CalFresh Benefits helpline at 1-877-847-3663. You can also walk right into your local county welfare department office for in-person support. And please, most importantly, if your family needs meals right now before that 30-day or 3-day approval window kicks in, go to a local food bank. That's exactly what they're there for, to provide that immediate emergency assistance while you wait for your application to process.
Just a quick heads up before we wrap things up today. Government policies, income limits, and eligibility criteria can and do change over time. So always verify the most current guidelines directly from official state websites like benefitscal.com or the California Department of Social Services, just to make sure you've got the most up-to-date facts.
Wow, we have covered a ton of ground today, haven't we? From those really generous income limits all the way to navigating the BenefitsCal portal. So, knowing that these resources literally exist specifically to improve your financial stability, what step are you going to take today to secure your family's well-being? Whether it's just gathering your documents, setting up that free online account, or making a quick call to a local office, I really encourage you to take some action. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this explainer, and I truly hope this helps you get the support you deserve.